Alright, today is seed potato day. I've already prepped the buckets. I've drilled them out to make sure that they got plenty of drainage. Filled the bottoms with some rocks so that when the soil gets wet, it doesn't simply drain out the bottom. And by the way, the holes are probably I'd estimate about a 1/16 of an inch in size, and I probably got about 15 holes to 20 holes in the bottom of each bucket. Let me kind of show you the rocks. What they normally suggest is about 2 to 3 inches of rocks at the bottom of each. Okay, and that's again the rocks. The purpose of the rocks is to keep you from losing as much soil as possible. See, I got a bag of potting mix in the back there. You don't have to have that. You can have whether it's name brand, generic, or what I'll call Mother's Best out of your backyard. That's simply up to you. It's just if you do get stuff out of the ground, Mother's Best or whatever you want to call it, you're also going to get a lot of seeds of other things that are already in there. And you're going to do a lot more weeding than if you simply go with potting mix. And that's another advantage of bucket gardening. So as you see there in the background, I have the seed potatoes, which is what this is right here. They come in typically a small bag, about 5 pounds. They're actually, I'll pick one up here in Sequoia. They kind of look like an old potato. And they have what these things are called right here. These are called eyes. Okay? And you want to make sure that you have at least, when you plant these, that they at least have 2 eyes. Normally what you do is you split the potato in half, and you simply make sure that on each half you have at least 2 eyes. This one's got more than 2, obviously. And then half the potato would go in one hole, the other half would go in the next hole. Okay? Now the specifics on the planting is that you don't want to plant them while there's still a chance of frost. So it's suggested that you wait a few weeks until that last hard frost is gone for sure. Then make sure you plant them after you cut them in half with at least 2 eyes, 6 inches deep. And if you're going to do a row garden, that you plant them 2 feet apart. In a bucket garden, it doesn't matter because you're only going to plant 1 potato per bucket. Okay, and then they do need sunlight, and so if you live in a place that you don't get a lot of sunlight, again, that's another advantage of bucket gardening. Is in the morning I can put these out on the side of the house that gets the most sun, and then in the afternoon shift them to another location where they can get another 4 or 5 hours of sun. Potatoes are not hot weather crops, so when it gets summertime and if we get up to 95 plus degrees, then I'm going to want to keep these in a slightly cooler location. Whereas the green peppers, the bell green peppers that I'm also growing, love hot weather. So they're kind of the opposite in that respect in regards to temperatures. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these. There's nothing special about filling these buckets up. I'm going to fill them about 3/4 of the way up with the potting mix. I don't want to fill it all the way up to the top because once they start to sprout through, I want the buckets to actually give a little wind protection so that as they start to sprout above soil, if I get a real strong storm or something come through and I can't get them into the garage or something before the storm comes, that it doesn't wipe out my potatoes. So I'm going to leave about maybe 4 or 5 inches at the top to protect it from the wind. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these up, plant them in about 6 inches deep, and we'll see it for an update in a couple of weeks or when there's actually something to report. So thank you and be prepared.